Good morning children. Welcome back to the science class for second standard children. This is your revision class that is for FA3. You will be having a test, that is FA3 formative assessment 3. So you will be having for 20 marks. You are going to write it for 20 marks. So first main you will be having fill in the blanks, that is half into 4, that is for 2 marks fill in the blanks. And second main is your match the following. Here half into 4, that is again for 2 marks, and 2 of us for 2 marks. 4 questions will be there, and name the following is also for 2 marks. You will be having 4 questions, and differentiate between is for 2 marks, that is 1 marks each, and give reasons 1 marks each. You will be having 2 questions, and answer the following one sentence. You will be having 2 questions for 2 marks, each carries 1 marks children. And 7th main you will be having answer the following. In this you will be having 4 questions, that is 1.5 marks for each question. And in this main you will be having a diagram also children. Okay, so totally you will be having 20 marks for your FA3. So let us start the revision. For this revision you will be having lesson number 9, 10 and 11. I hope you have completed the classworks. Now get ready with your classworks and textbooks children. Let us start the revisions for FA3. Okay, the classwork should be completed one. Okay, then only you can read for the test. If you are not completed the classwork, just try to collect the classwork from your friends and complete the classwork children as early as possible. Okay, so textbook and classwork should be with you while we are doing the revision class. Okay, here lesson number 9. Yes, in lesson number 9, air is a mixture. So this lesson is air is a mixture. In this lesson, what we have learned children? Yes, here what does air contains? So air has many gases. You all know what are the gas present in the air? That is oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen, or some important gases present in the air, and we all living beings need air to breathe. Is it no? So we can't live without the air. All living beings like plants, animals, we human beings need air to breathe. Okay. So what are the gases present in the air? Yes, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and what? Yes, it's a oxygen. Okay, oxygen. We human beings we intake oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide again is used by the plants to prepare their own food. Okay, plants prepare their own food, but animals what they do? In search of food, they will roam from one place to another place. Is it no? It's for the shelter and for the food also. So next is air as water vapor. Yes, air contains water vapor. How you can see this water vapor children? Yes, when your mother is boiling the water or milk, you can see the water vapors that as an adult to boil water in a pan. After some time you can see the water in a pan less than before. Is it no? When the water boils, it will reduce. When we boil the water for a long time. Here where does the water go? Yes, it will evaporate. Is it no? In the air. So the heat changes the water into gas form. So it is called as water vapor. And next, air as dust particles. Yes, air too has the dust particles. When you see the sunrise entering in the inside the home through the windows or doors, you can see some dust particles in the shadows. In the sunrise also children, the rays which is entering inside your house, you can see the dust particles. So here when the dust particles evaporates, like while sweeping or you are cleaning a cupboard or on the TV tables, TV and all, when you are cleaning, you can see the dust particles. So light from the torch, when the light passes through the torch also, you can see the dust particles, not only from the sunrise or sunlight. So you can see the dust particles when you focus a torch in a dark room also. And next is air as a smokes. Yes, the smokes which are released from the vehicle when air mixed into the air, and the air which we breathe becomes impure. Okay. So next coming to air carries germs. Yes, here see in your textbook also air carries germs. Yes, when you sneeze or when you cough, when you are coughing or sneezing, you should close the mouth with the handkerchief. Is it no children? Or with your hands you should close, because germs are so small that we can't see them with our naked eyes. We can see them only through the microscope. So these germs can enter our body through the air. So whenever you sneeze or cough, you should close your nose with your hands, or you should use the handkerchiefs. Okay. Next coming to, we need fresh air. Why do we need fresh air? To breathe. Is it no? Yes, breathing fresh air keeps us healthy, and dust, smokes and germs make the air impure. Okay. Breathing impure air makes us ill, and we must breathe the clean and fresh air, children. Here we should grow more and more plants around us to get a fresh air. Is it no? And we should keep doors and windows open to let the fresh air inside the house. And we should not cover our face while sleeping. Okay? It will be very difficult to get the fresh air while sleeping also. So whenever you are sleeping, you should not close your face while sleeping. And we should not play in the park or in the open ground only, children, because when you are playing you get sweat. Is it no? So the sweat removes the dirt from your body. So whenever you are playing in the fresh air, you can feel very fresh, and you can play in the parks and playgrounds. In parks and you have so many trees around you, so you will get the fresh air. So in this lesson we learned about what does air contain. Yes, air contain many gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Is it no? And air has many gases also. Air has water vapor. Yes, when you wash the clothes and put it in the outside to the sunlight, the water will evaporate from the cloth. Is it no? Yes, we can dry the cloth also. So that is air as water vapors, and air as dust particles also. As I said, dust particles you can see when the sunrise light is getting inside the house, you can see the dust particles in that. And air as smokes. Yes, smoke that are released to the vehicles and factories. It is very harmful to our health also, children. And air carries germs. Yes, air carries germs. Tiny living things are called germs. It will be floating in the air. When a sick person coughs or sneezes, germs from the cough mix with the air, and these germs can enter our body through the air and make us also sick, children. And we need fresh air to breathe, and we should grow more plants to get the fresh air also. Okay. And you can see the class of children there. Here you have fill in the blanks, that is, go to the fill in the blanks, children. See there, we cannot see air but we can feel. Is it no? And it when it moves, and all living things need air to breathe. The dash changes the water into a gas called water vapor. Yes, by heating. Yes. And fourth one, when the wind blows, it carries dash particles with it. What particles, children? Is dust particle. And dash impures air is not good for our health, that is breathing. Sixth one, air is the mixture of many gases. Plant more trees to get fresh air. And you have second meaning, true or false also, that is air is the mixture of different gases. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. And cover your face while sleeping. Is it the good habit to cover the face while sleeping? No. So you should write false. And plant more trees to get fresh air. True. Play in a open ground to get fresh air. Is true. Smoke does not pollute the air. Yes, it is false. Next, answer the following. Why do we need air? We need air to breathe. Is it no, children? And what does the air contain? Air has many gases, water vapor, dust particles, smoke and germs. Next, third question is, what should we plant more? Why should we plant more trees? We should plant more trees to get fresh air. Okay, and it also helps to get a rain also. Trees helps to get the rainfall also. And how do germs mix with the air? Yes, germs keep floating in the air when a sick person cough or sneeze, germs mix with the air. What pollutes the air? Smoke from vehicles and factories pollutes the air. Sixth one, name the gases present in the air, that is oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen are the important gas present in the air. Seventh one is, what produces foul gases and germs? Garbage and open gutters produce foul gases and germs. So here we have a diagram also to show the air as a weight. You should practice the diagram, children. Next, coming to lesson number 10. I hope you understood the lesson number 9, that is air is a mixture. So next we have lesson number 10, that is about the wind. Let us learn about the wind. So in your textbook, open page number 63. Okay. So air is always moving. Is it no? Yes, children. We can't see moving air, but we can feel the moving air. When air, how can you feel? You can see the trees of a tree. The leaves will be shaking. Is it no? So also many times we can see the clouds will be moving. So this moving air is called wind. What is wind? This moving air is called wind. Here types of wind. We have two types of wind, that is breeze and storm. So what is this breeze, children? A gentle wind is called a breeze. You should remember this. Okay. A gentle wind is called a breeze. A fan moving a low speed gives us gentle breeze. So we will be having a fan at home. So it will be giving a gentle wind. We enjoy the breeze because it makes us feel cool. Is it not? When wind is moving in a gentle form, we feel very cool. So this moving gentle wind is called a breeze. We enjoy this breeze. Next, second one is storm. What is this storm? A very strong wind. It is a very strong wind is called a storm. You can see during the rainfall order you will be having a storm, that is very fast wind. It may uproot the plants and it may destroy the buildings also, children, and plants also. Though this is called as a very strong wind. Here it is very gentle wind. So two types of wind is, that is breeze and storm. Breeze, it is a gentle wind, and storm, it is very strong wind. Okay. So the storm can uproot trees and damage buildings also. Storm at seas can sink the ship also, children, and we should stay safe inside our house during this very strong wind. Okay. Next is wind as direction. Yes, when you are flying a kite, you can feel how which side the wind is blowing. To that side only the kite will be flying. So the moving air or wind always blows in direction. The direction can be seen by the movement of branches of leaves, movement of kites and smokes from the chimney. Is it no, children? And wind helps to fly the kite, leaves showing direction of a wind. A wind vane or a wind clock tells us the direction in which the wind blows. You can see the wind cock, that is weather cock. The cock will be showing east, west, north, south and all. And it is also known as to be wind vane. Okay. Next is wind as speed. Yes. Keep some, for example, keep some newspapers on the floor wind has speed. Okay, on the windy day, air has more speed and it can blow away things that comes in its way. On other days, the air has slow speed and it is so gentle that you may not even feel it. Okay, next is wind as force. See, in your textbooks they have given a picture. Here the wind has lot of force in it. How you can find when you are moving with an umbrella? When wind, it shows that wind has a force. How? The umbrella will fold up. Sometimes when an umbrella becomes in now inside will fold or outside, we feel the push or pull in the wind force. Is it no, children? So this force also makes our clouds to fly and shakes the leaves of the plants and uproot the speed. Is it no? Uproot the trees, and this shows that wind has force. You can feel when you are moving in a force wind. The next is uses of wind. Yes, this wind is used as here. A windmill can grind food, graze, pump water, or do different work. Yes, the uses of wind are a windmill can grind food, graze, pump water, or do different work. And wind carries seeds. Yes, the wind carries small seeds to new places. You can see the farmers, they will be plowing the seeds. Yes, this wind carries small seeds to new places so the plants can grow in new far off from the places. And wind dries our clothes also. And some seeds like that of sycamore and lime and have wings which help them to fly. And wind carries seeds. Wind helps a boat to sail. Yes, you can see a boat. This wind helps to sail a boat also. And wind makes clouds to move. You can see the clouds will be moving in the sky. So this wind helps the clouds to move also. So in this lesson, wind. What is this wind, children? Moving air is called wind. Is it no? So types of wind, that is breeze and storm. Breeze is a very gentle wind and storm is very strong wind. And wind has a direction, wind has speed, wind has force, and uses of wind are a windmill can grind food, graze, pump water, or do different work. And wind carries seeds, wind help to sail boat, a boat to sail, and wind makes clouds to move, and wind also help the clouds to dry also. And here in this lesson you have fill in the blank, that is moving air is called dash, that is wind, breeze and storm are the two main types of wind. A very strong wind that blows very fast is called what? Yes, it is a storm. And the force of a wind can be felt by moving against it. Next you have match the following. See, have you completed the class of this lesson, children? Yes, match the following. Windmill help to produce electricity, and strong wind is a storm, and wind wave shows the direction of the wind. Gentle wind is a breeze. What is breeze? A gentle wind is a breeze. What happens when there is a storm? Yes, you can write to any 2 points here. A storm makes door and windows bang loudly, and storm at a sea can sink a ship. Fourth one, give any 3 uses of wind. That is, wind dries our clothes, wind help a boat sail on water, and wind help a kite to fly. Why is it difficult to walk against the wind with the open umbrella? Yes, because wind has lot of force on an open umbrella. Okay, here in your classwork activity I have given to draw a boat and a kite. I hope you have drawn and colored it, children. So next, open lesson number 11, that is forms of water. Are you ready? Yes, yeah. I hope you all completed these 3 lessons in your classwork. Next, coming to lesson number 11, that is forms of water. Yes, as I said, air and water are very important to all living beings, because without air and water, the life will not exist on the earth. Okay. Here, forms of water. Yes, we all drink water every day. Is it no? Yes, it has no color. Water has no color, no taste and no smell. Is it no, children? And it is very unique. Why? Because it exists in 3 forms. What are they? They are solid, liquid and gas. Okay. So water is very special. Unique means it is very special because it exists in 3 forms. You will drink water every day, that is in liquid form. Is it no? And you take ice cream. Ice cream you will eat. So it is in solid form. And where your mother boils water, you can see the vapors coming out from the water. That is the form of gas. Okay. So water has 3 forms, that is solid, liquid and gas. So water is liquid state is most important, because liquid state water we use for drinking, bathing, washing vessels, washing clothes. Is it, children? And many plants and animals live in water also. So they live in water. Water animals and water plants, what we call? We call it as aquatic plants or aquatic animals. Is it no? So for example, water plant, which is the water plant? That is lotus, you can see water plant. And which is the animal which will be living in the water? For example, it's a fish. Is it no, children? So we also use water in different ways in our daily life, for washing, taking bath, drinking, washing vessels, cloth, and also it all in the liquid form. And water in solid state is useful to us for, like, we will cool the water, we will make ice cubes, and like we store so many things in the refrigerator, that is in the fridge also, to keep it cool and to maintain it for so many days. And like we store meat, fish, vegetables, fruits, cool drinks, sauce, jam and all in the fridge. Is it no, children? And sometimes we keep medicines also, okay, in the refrigerator. So it is in the solid form. And water in gaseous state, it is used to produce electricity. And when you get cold, what you will do? Yes, you will inhale steam also. And for drawing steam engines also, this gaseous form water is used. Okay. And next, coming to the forms of states of water, that is water changes into ice. The forms are states of water here. Water changes its form easily with change in temperature. Yes, you should remember this. It is an important point, that water changes its form easily with change in temperature. So first, open page number 69. You can see there. First point, that is water changes into ice. For example, pour some water in a bowl or ice tray and keep it in the freezer for some time. We find that water changes into ice on cooling. Is it no? And can you hold the ice cubes? No. Yes, we can hold it for some time, and because it is in the solid form. When it is in the liquid form, can you hold the water in your hand? No, children, we can't hold the liquid water, because it will flow away from the fingers and fingers gap. Okay, and this is the process of freezing. Yes, the water changes into how? Ice. That is how? By freezing. You will freeze the water to get a ice cube. You will be having a tray in the refrigerator. When you pour some water in the tray and keep it some time in the fridge, what it will happen? So it will turn into a ice cubes. So water can be changed into the ice cube. Again, ice When you keep the same ice cubes outside for some time, again it turns into the water. Is it no? From the tray, if you remove the ice cubes, you can see the ice will be melting and again it will get back to the state of water. And next, water into steam. How? Yes, take some water in a kettle and ask an adult to put kettle on a fire. Observe what happens. Here you see the steam coming out of the kettle. Okay, so when water is heated, it turns into steam. We call it water vapor. So this process is called what? Evaporation. What is this evaporation means? When water is heated, it turns into steam. So we call it water vapor, and this process is called evaporation. Okay, children. Next is water vapor changes into water. Yes, again here ask an adult to boil the water. Now put some lid on the container. When you close the lid on a container, here what do you see? Yes, after some time when you remove the lid out, you can see a small droplets under that lid. So this happens because hot steam cools down on touching the cold lid and changes into drops of water. So this process is called condensation. Here water vapor cooling and changing into water. So water vapor changes into water means here you can see the tiny drops of water on the lid. This happens because hot steam cools down on touching the cold lid and changes into drops of water. This process is called condensation. Next, coming to water cycle. Yes, whenever we run out of water and we get water from rain, so rain is the main source of water, is it not, children? But where does the rain comes from? Yes, that is here the hot weather is always followed by the rainy season. The sun heat up the water of lakes, rivers and sea. So here after the here we have hot weather, that is summer season. After the summer season it's the rainy season. So here the sun heat up the water from lakes, rivers, ponds, oceans, seas. Okay, the water evaporates into water vapor and rises up high in the sky and cools down to form clouds with tiny droplets of water. When the clouds melt, these water droplets come together to form a rain. You can see the picture in your textbook, children. That is page number 71. The water cycle picture you have. See there, sun, clouds, rain, condensation, evaporation. They have given the arrow mark there. That is water, how the water is evaporating from sea, lake, water, ponds, and all. See the water how it evaporates and how the condensation takes and form a clouds. Again, these clouds melt due to the heat of the sun and we get rain. And again, these raindrops are collected in seas, ponds, in various places, water places. So this cycle is known to be as a water cycle. That is, in cooler places, this water droplet in the clouds come down in the form of snow. Yes, here we get rainfall, but in some places it gets snowfall also. Thus the water is returned to river, lakes and sea in the form of rain and snow. So thus water cycle means water cycle is the journey of water from the earth to sky and back to the earth. So you should remember this. What is water cycle? The water cycle is the journey of water from the earth to the sky and back to the earth. Sun plays the important role in it, and water cycle affects the weather pattern at given places. So in lesson number 11, forms of water, we learnt about, that is, water has no color, no taste and no smell. And here it exists in three states, that is solid, forms of states of water or water changes into ice, that is by freezing, and ice into water. Okay, that is water vapor, and water into steam, that is evaporation. You should remember. And water evaporates into water, that is condensation. And we learned about the water cycle also. What is this water cycle? It is a journey from the earth to the sky and back to the earth. So lesson number 11. See the children, fill in the blanks. Drinking water is dash form of water. That is in your page number 71. I hope you have completed the classwork also. Here, drinking water in which form? It is in the liquid form. And ice is the dash form of water. It is in the solid form. And the process of changing water into ice is called freezing. And the gaseous form of water is also called as steam. Okay. Next is true or false. You have here ice melts to form water. Yes, it is true. And water freezes to form water vapor. Yes. No, it is a false. And clouds contain tiny droplets of water. It is true. And answer the following. See there. I hope you have written the answers in your classwork. That is, name the three forms of water. That is, the three forms of water are solid, liquid, and gaseous form. And how does water changes into ice? Yes, pour water in a bowl and keep it in a freezer for some time. We can see that water changes into ice. What is water cycle? Yes, the water cycle is the journey of water from the earth to sky and back to the earth. Give other name for steam. That is, the other name for steam is water vapor. What happens when water is heated? Yes, when water is heated, it turns into steam. This process is also called as an evaporation. And you should practice water cycle diagram also, children. That is, you can see in your textbook. You should practice water cycle diagram. Okay. I hope you understand today's class and revise well for your FA3 test, children. Okay. That is lesson number 9, 10 and 11. Go through both classworks and textbook. Okay. All the best for your test. Thank you, children.